Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. First and foremost, if the wind noise is really annoying, I do apologize. It's quite windy outside. But in today's video, I do want to talk about pre-workouts and 3 of my favorite pre-workouts of all time. And each of these pre-workouts has their own place in time. It is really windy out here. I hope this audio comes out pretty good. So first, in general, the 3 things that I look for in pre-workouts, and I've mentioned this before. 1 is the caffeine. Is there enough caffeine? 2, the beta-alanine, that little it's an ingredient that gives you that itchy feeling. Is completely harmless if you take it at the right doses. And then citrulline malate or arginine or any other ingredient in there that's going to help with blood flow, blood circulation, and just help you with your pump. So let's get into one of my favorites of all time, hands down, one of the best pre-workouts I've ever taken, the Lit AF from Beyond Raw. Now, I've mentioned this before and I've done a whole review on this specific pre-workout, and the biggest complaint about it was that it's relatively similar to Lit, just not Lit AF. So they have 2 different pre-workouts. One's called Lit and one is called Lit AF. Lit AF is the strongest one, and then Lit is a little bit lighter. It's not as strong, it's not as concentrated as the Lit AF. Now the problem is the Lit AF is about $45 for 20 servings, and the Lit is a little bit cheaper per serving. So some people were complaining a little bit about they would rather, prefer Lit over Lit AF. It all depends on you as a person, and if Lit is strong enough for you, then obviously Lit is going to be a better pre-workout option for you, because you get more per serving, or sorry, you get more per dollar, pretty much more servings per dollar. And the Lit AF, if you don't need a super strong pre-workout like this, then obviously the Lit is going to do a little bit better. Now the Lit has 300 milligrams of caffeine. 250 of that is rapid release, so instant release, and 50 milligrams of that is slow release. It also has 3.2 grams of beta-alanine and 2 grams of creatine, and then 8 grams of citrulline malate, along with some other ingredients in there that are quite important, quite helpful as well. But those are some of the main things that I like in there and I want to mention. Now, before we move on to the next one, I do also want to mention that the Lit AF pre-workout, I do not take this if I have to work out any time after 4 or 5 o'clock. I do not take the Lit AF pre-workout because I'm not going to be able to sleep before midnight. It's a really strong pre-workout. The caffeine lasts forever, and I only usually like to take it during leg days, or if I have a really intense chest or back day, then I'll take the Lit AF, as long as I get to work out a little bit earlier on in the day. Now, if I'm working out a little bit later, then I do like to take Ghost, which is really nice. It has 202 milligrams of caffeine. It's got 4 grams of citrulline, 2 grams of beta-alanine. It's got some agmatine sulfate in there, and norvaline as well for the pump. And it's a relatively good pre-workout. I take this when I'm kind of tired and I don't want to stay up super late, and I'm not gonna have a crazy workout. It's just a regular chest day or a regular back day or arm day. I do not take this on leg day though, because during leg day I really need a lot of energy, because my leg days are quite brutal, I would say, compared to my other workouts. So that's why I always take the Lit AF during leg days, and then Ghost usually during any other day. Now, if I want something a little bit stronger than Ghost, I usually take the Pre-kaged. Now the Pre-kaged, I haven't done a review solely on the Pre-kaged before, but I'll go through the ingredients really quick. 6.5 grams of citrulline, so it has 2.5 grams more than this, but 1.5 grams of citrulline less than the Lit AF. So it's right in between the both of those pre-workouts, the Lit AF and the Ghost. And then it's got some BCAAs. I don't really care too much about BCAAs. It kind of actually makes the pre-workout taste really bad. So if your pre-workout has any BCAAs in it, just don't expect the best flavor from it. It's got 1.6 grams of beta-alanine, so less than both of those pre-workouts. It has 1.5 grams of creatine HCl, and then it's got 274 milligrams of pure caffeine, and that is from green coffee beans. So, and then it has taurine and N-acetyl L-tyrosine as well for the focus and all that good stuff. And then it has a whole hydrate and defend is what they call it, little section. It has green tea extract, green coffee extract, broccoli. I'm not going to go through the list, and it's an extensive list, but it is a pre-workout. It's a little bit stronger in my experience than the Ghost, and then it is a little bit weaker than also the Lit AF. So just to make it a little bit more clear, the Lit AF is the strongest pre-workout of these three, of my three favorite pre-workouts, is the strongest one. It has the most citrulline, it has the most beta-alanine, and then it's got also a whole bunch of other ingredients. But generally speaking, Lit AF is really nice if you're just looking for a very strong pre-workout that's going to give you energy and a good pump. Then the second one after that, the second strongest one, would be the Pre-kaged. Just like I said, it has 274 milligrams of caffeine. It's got 1.5 grams of creatine, so the Ghost doesn't have any creatine, but this one does have 1.5 grams. And then it has 6.5 grams of citrulline, so it's pretty good for the pump, but the Lit AF is still better. And then the Ghost, last but not least, it's a pre-workout that I like to take when I'm just not, you know, I don't need that much energy. I just take it because it tastes good, it gives me a little bit of energy, and the pump is relatively good. It only has 4 grams of citrulline, which is less than both of the two other pre-workouts that I mentioned. It does have 2 grams of beta-alanine, while the Pre-kaged only has 1.6. So the Ghost actually has a little bit more beta-alanine than the Pre-kaged, but the Lit AF has a full 3.2 grams of beta-alanine. So that's the full dosage. That's usually what I like to take. I don't like to take any less than 3.2 grams of beta-alanine. And then it has, what's interesting about this pre-workout is it has the Welch's Concord grape powder. So it tastes just like the grape juice that you buy from the store. It has a little bit more of a weirder taste to it, I would say, but it tastes pretty good. It tastes really good, actually. And that brings me to another point to talk a little bit about taste. This is the best tasting pre-workout of these three. This one would get a close second, and then the Pre-kaged would easily be the last or the worst tasting pre-workout of these three. I really did not enjoy the flavor of the Pre-kaged pre-workouts, and I've tried different flavors as well, and I just didn't enjoy any of those flavors. And then in terms of pricing, the Lit AF, I've never seen it on sale. It's going to be the most expensive out of the three. The Ghost, I've seen it on sale several times. I know GNC always does buy one get one half off or some kind of deal. And then the Pre-kaged usually goes on sale for about $30 a box, so, or they go buy one get one half off, but it's still more expensive than the Ghost because there is only 20 servings in the Pre-kaged, while in the Ghost there is 30. So I hope that helps. I hope, you know, you guys can make your own decision which pre-workout is going to be best for you. And I kind of gave you guys a little idea of how I pick my pre-workouts, with the Ghost being the least amount of energy, Pre-kaged being right in between, and then the Lit AF being the strongest one. Usually I'm only doing 2 of these pre-workouts. Usually it's only the Lit AF and the Ghost, but I had a Pre-kaged one just sitting around. I bought 2 of these a few weeks ago, maybe a month or 2 ago, and so I decided to include it in this video. And it's definitely a good pre-workout. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions whatsoever, please leave it in the comment section below, and inshallah I will see you guys next time. Peace.